it looks like someone took a paintbrush and just started painting that. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Not Afraid to Garden. Today we find ourselves actually in my coffee corner, as you guys can see here. This is where we have our coffees and our different types of coffees, teas. So we spend a lot of time here with our family right after dinner for our coffee. But today I want to be able to bring you information about Calatheas. And I know a lot of you guys probably, are afraid to even give these plants a try. Now these plants are beautiful plants. And I have to admit, guys, I was afraid, I have to say, many months ago of trying to hold on to these Calatheas. Calatheas are picky, and I know that you guys know that, right? I'm sure many of you guys have had already a situation where, you've had to struggle with Calatheas. Before these Calathea, these are the only ones that I have for now, but I am going to add more to this small collection. But I did try a Calathea, I have to say, it was probably over a year ago, but I didn't know a lot about them. I didn't do my research, so that was my fault, and it really didn't do well. Eventually, the plant died. But now I've had these for quite a few weeks already. They're doing wonderful. Now Calatheas, so one of the things about Calatheas that they do like, so they like medium light. Now, if the light is too bright, they tend to fade those beautiful markings that they have on their leaves for their colors. So they don't really like a lot of bright light, and they like the indirect light. Never put them under the sun because it will burn them. So if you have Calatheas, you can place them in a room where you have medium light, so that way they can definitely thrive there. And Calatheas, they pretty much, there's a whole, the variety of Calatheas are so big, guys. There's so many out there. Right now, I only have these 4, but I am going to add on to these Calatheas. And I think I'm more attracted to them based on what the leaf looks like. Because most of them grow in the same way anyway. They have this characteristic of how the leaves grow in. So if we can zoom in just a little bit, you guys can see that Calatheas, when their leaf comes in, it comes in curled up right here. So here's one, and this is my Calathea Medallion. And there's a new leaf coming in. It's coming in rolled up. And then Calatheas tend to, the way they grow in, one leaf here, and then the next one, they kind of alternate. So that's how they grow. Now, the only problem is that once these Calatheas start to grow out of their flower pot, the flower pot down on the bottom is going to look a little bare. So you may want to probably plant a couple of those same Calatheas in the pot so that way they can look fuller. So that's just a little tip on the Calatheas. I think for now, this one is okay. But as it starts to grow out, it is going to thin down here. So I am probably going to have to find another Calathea, maybe 1 or 2 more, and put them under here. So that way they can look a little fuller. So this is the Calathea Medallion. Again, look at that leaf, guys. Look at the characteristic that this has and the way it forms the dark green all around, and then you have that light green, then the darker green, and then in the center it's like it's been painted on there. So, and then again, this is one of the larger leaves. Calatheas, there's some with smaller leaves, and this one does have the larger leaf. That's why it's known as a medallion, because of those larger leaves. So again, it is doing wonderful. And I will let you know in a few minutes where I am storing these and where it's working out for me. So the next one that we have here is the Calafia Macayana, which is known as a peacock Calathea. And then look at these leaves, guys. It looks like someone took a paintbrush and just started painting that leaf. Now, what I also like about Calatheas also, now look at this. Isn't that amazing? They have a different color on the back. The majority of them are like a reddish color. If you look at the medallion, it's red. It's like a burgundy, like a deep purple, right? Look how beautiful they are. And guys, keep an eye on your leaves all the time, the front and the back. You don't want the spider mites or the little white bugs, mealies on there. So you definitely want to keep an eye on those leaves. But yeah, so the peacock plant, also look at this leaf. Look, it's got another one coming in here. You guys see that? Look at that, rolled up. And then it will eventually open up just like these. The soil that I am using, it is a very loose soil, and I did add extra perlite only because I don't want the soil to stay too wet. And I am going to wait a little bit for it to dry before I water it again. I don't want them to rot, root rot, because they're also known for root rot. So that's the Calafia Macayana. And then here, this was actually my very first Calathea. And now I fell in love with this one because, well, one thing is because of the way it grows in curled. And then the other thing is that while it's still young, so you see these stains, these markings on here, they're brown. And then as it matures and it gets older, it turns green. So you know which newer leaf that you have. So as this one's in the process of switching over. See how it's turning a little bit more green down here? But here's already a mature leaf. So you have the green, so the brown is the newer leaf that you have there. Now let's take a look in the back. Ooh, look at this one. It doesn't have the red, but look at those lines. They come straight up like that. So you have two different leaf designs. You have the front and you have the back. So that's why I do like these Calatheas. They're so different. And here's the baby leaf. Again, it's got the brown patches on there, and pretty soon it will turn to green. And so this plant, I have 1, 2, 3, actually have 4 here. So this one will be a little more fuller than the other ones because again, there's a couple of plants in here, and I did decide to put them in terracottas because they stand out so much. Look at the terracotta against these beautiful leaves. And these are gorgeous, guys. Again, there's such a variety up there. I mean, you can go out and it's so hard to decide which one you want to bring home. And then I had this other Calathea, and then this is the Calathea Roofy Barber. Now what I like about this one, it's got fuzzy leaves. So again, the new leaf comes in, curled in. And these tend to stay a little more bushier because the leaves grow longer. And I did divide this plant. Actually, the plant was larger. I divided this and I shared this with a friend of mine at work. So I did give her a piece of this plant and take out any old leaves that it might have. You don't want any leaves sitting there because, again, that may bring bugs and other things to your plant. Keep an eye on your plants, guys, just to make sure that you don't have any bugs underneath inside on the bottom of your leaves. Again, so Roofy Barber, very fuzzy. They tend to be kind of reddish on the back side here, but I think I am giving them too much light. They are in the indoor greenhouse in my basement actually, and I think they're getting too much light in there. Remember, I have those large grow lights in the ceiling, and that's probably why. So maybe I should kind of cover it up a little bit so it doesn't get, and that way I can get the red color on the back of this Roofy Barber. Again, the care is very simple. Medium light, indirect light, no direct light, and again, try not to put your Calatheas next to any windows that has any drafts or any doors that you open and close periodically because that will affect them also. But give Calatheas a try, guys, and you know what? If it didn't work out before, try it again. I'm telling you, if I wouldn't have tried again, I wouldn't have ended up with these beautiful Calatheas. So give it a try. So this is actually, guys, the end of my video. And again, as I add on to my collection, I will bring you an update. So I am keeping these Calatheas in that indoor-based greenhouse. And again, I've got a lot of humidity there. I've got a lot of light up, but as you guys know, I will have to probably maybe put something to kind of shade a little bit of the light. But they are growing. They are giving me results down there. Where in the house up here, I don't have enough of the humidity to keep them up here. That's why I don't have them up here. But periodically, I can just bring them up and keep them up here for a day or two, look at them, and I'll take them right back downstairs to my greenhouse. So yeah, guys, so thank you for checking out my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe if this is, you know, what you guys like to see. Check me out on Instagram, where I post, again, just updates of all my plants, everything that's going on throughout the house and the greenhouses. And don't forget to share with friends and family, guys. So thank you again, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.